Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about my current favorites. I didn't want to do this a monthly favorites because I've been using these products for a couple months, so I don't want it to just be like a month to month thing. Like, I've been using these products for a couple months now, and it's what I've been loving, and I know what they're like, except one thing. But I know what they're like, the consistency, how long it lasts, and everything like that. I'm going to start off with primers. So I'm going to talk about two. First I want to say is I've tried many different face primers by the way. But I want to talk about how I've tried many different high-end primers. I've tried Tarte, Benefits Professional, Smashbox, the Makeup Forever, I think it's the HD one, the green one. I'm pretty sure I'm missing other ones, but I've tried so many and I don't end up liking it. I feel like I still get oily, especially in my T-zone. I feel like I have oily combo skin because I do get dry patches around my cheeks, but in my T-zone I still get really oily. So this primer, I decided to give it a try. It was only $3 and I was like, you know what, screw it. It's super cheap. I really have nothing to lose. I can always return it. So it's this e.l.f. Poreless face primer, and I got this in March, in the beginning of March, and I've heard really good things about the translucent one, and this is a pink one. I know you guys can't see because it's pretty yellow. So this is the Poreless face primer, and it's really good. The consistency is like a cream. Let me show you guys. It looks like a cream. It's just, it looks white. It looks pink in here, but it's actually white. And it's just like a cream, and it blends out really nice. But I don't even think you guys can tell from here because my camera blurs it out. But it leaves your skin super soft. It covers your pores, and it just leaves it really soft. And a little bit goes a long way. Like, that whole little pump just went all around my hand. And I really like it. It's only $3. And I was so surprised because out of all brands, I doubt that e.l.f. would have such a good face primer compared to the high-end ones. So this is really good. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. It's not uncomfortable. I just really like it. And if you guys have really large pores like me, I highly suggest it. Another primer, this I actually got like a week ago, and it's a sample. I went to Sephora, and since everyone was raving about it, I've learned not to just bulge, is it bulge, or just like give into. I've learned to not give into products that all the YouTubers talk about. I'd rather, well, if I can get a sample of it and try it out for myself for my skin type, then I will. So this is a Makeup Forever primer. I sound so hypocritical because I just said I don't like high-end primers, but I wanted to try this one because people swear by it. And the first time I tried it, as soon as I put it on, I was like, I was like, oh shit, like, I'm gonna love this. Like, you can just feel it. Like, as soon as I put it on, like, my forehead, like, you can see how smooth it got. Like, it looks like I put like a filter on my face. It was so weird. And it just makes your face so tight. Like, you can feel it, but it's not uncomfortable. Like, you already know that it was gonna be a good primer. And so that day, I've been really into like dewy foundations and that dewy skin, which is weird because I used to be in love with matte. Like, I would pack on my powder. I just loved having a matte face. But lately, I don't know why I've been into dewy. So I tried a dewy foundation, and it didn't get oily on me. Like, it was still dewy, but it maintained the finish that the foundation gave me. It kept me matte the whole day. I didn't get oily at all. And so the next day, I remember I went to school, and I didn't put on the primer. I was in a hurry. And I don't really wear primers or do my makeup that dramatic when I go to school. So when I got home, I was oily, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do different? And it was the primer. So that's when I realized how good this was. And it is pricey, but you can just tell the texture of it. It's really nice. It's clear. It has like a tiny bit of tint, but it's really good. Like, I know I'm gonna repurchase this as soon as I'm done with this. I will buy it. So I do recommend that. I don't know how the other ones work. This is a mattifying one, by the way. I don't even know if I mentioned that. I don't know how the other ones work. This is the only one I've tried, but I really like it. So moving on to foundation. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Foundation, and I am in the color Sand. It's a glass bottle. This is a glass bottle, and it's a little bit less than 1 ounce. It's 0.68 fluid ounces. And I really like this foundation. This isn't a matte finish. I think it's a natural finish, and this is why I think it's good for any skin type. When I put a primer on, it leaves me perfectly fine. Like, I don't get oily, I'm not dry, it's perfect. If I want more of a dewy finish, then I just won't wear a primer and just, you know, retouch during the day. I'll blot or put on some powder. But it's a really good coverage. I think this can be a mostly medium coverage. I don't think full coverage, at least I haven't tried. But for the most part, a medium coverage. You can definitely use a light hand with this as well. I haven't tried doing it like 2 or 3 layers to see how buildable it is. But if you guys want me to do a review on it, I can. But it is one of my favorites, and it's $6. It's super cheap. Do you guys hear my dad? Weirdo. So another favorite, I'm going to talk about this concealer. I'm going to compare these concealers because I have the MAC Pro Longwear here, and this is an NC30. And this is the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. Turns out I love it. I love it. I use it every day. I haven't been wearing this one. It depends. I think I haven't been wearing this one because I'm a little bit lighter right now. I'm not really in the sun that much, so I haven't gotten tan or anything. And I think this is probably like my face color now and not light enough. I think that's the reason why I haven't used it. And this one's in light. So this isn't pink or anything. I think it's a pretty neutral highlight. It's not too yellow. It's not too pink. And using a highlight powder over it makes a world of a difference. I think this is probably more favorite than this one. It's so much cheaper. This one's $22. I think depending on the stores, it can range from $7 to $10. But I love it. I don't know how much I have left because I've been using it so much, but I do recommend this if you have dark circles, and I have dark circles. Like, I look like a damn panda when I wake up. So I love these two. Sometimes I even mix them together since this is a little bit lighter in formula. It's thinner, and this one's lighter in color. So sometimes I mix them, and that's actually what I did today. I mixed both of them, and I love how it looks. So I recommend these two. If you guys are looking for a new concealer, try these out. I mentioned my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I love this palette. I have to buy another one of these soon because I hit pan and it's so sad. The 3 colors that I use the most are these 3 right here. Now, some people, even with lighter skin tones, think that this dark one is scary. I actually use this quite often. If I want a really intense contour, I'll just use it like at the base of my cheekbone and then just blend it out. But for the most part, I use this to bronze and this one to contour because it is cool toned. And it looks a little bit more bound on camera, but it's really cool toned. It's really nice. You have to be careful with it because if you put too much, it can look muddy, because I've done that. I think it's totally worth the money, and I haven't heard not one person complain about it. So moving on to highlights. The 2 highlights I'm going to talk about are very similar. This is the Becca Opal highlighter, and this is the JCat Golden Solei Baked Bronzer. These are the 2 colors next to each other. They look pretty similar, just that this one looks a little 3D because it's a baked bronzer, but they're pretty much the same color. But what I want to say is that this one has a lot more glitter and reflexes in it, which is what makes it so intense. When you put it on, it looks almost wet because of how just bright it is. And this one, I swatched it at a cosmetics store, so I'm going to swatch both of them. This is a JCat highlighter. It's super pigmented, but the difference is that this one is a sheen. It's not glittery at all. It's just a sheen. And this is what I like wearing for days that I do want that glowy look. This is what I wear like on a daily basis, and I'm just going out with friends or just, you know, just hanging out. That is what I'll wear. But if I do want a more intense look, or if I'm going out, I'll use the Becca Opal. They're pretty much the same color, just that Opal has glitter and the wet look to it. I didn't even say the name of this. This is a Golden Soleil Baked Bronzer in Coconut Island. So I got this at that cosmetics store, and it was $6 or $7. This is the JCat one, and this is Opal. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see up close. Opal, like I said, just has a lot more of the glitter, and this is just a sheen. So if you guys just want that glow but without the glitter, check this out. Like I said, it's the exact same color. This is 36 or 38, and this is just $6-7. One last thing I do want to mention is this brush. I haven't seen anyone talk about this brush, but they do have a ton of brushes. And this is the Morphe M335. It's just a little domed tapered brush. No, not tapered. It's just a little dome brush. You can use this. I think would be really good for concealer, but I actually wanted this to contour. Since I think I have pretty good cheekbones, even though I have a really chubby round face. To contour, it gets really in there, and it blends everything out really nice. If you guys are looking for a contouring brush, get this one. I think it was only like $5, which is so cheap. And one last thing that is not related to makeup, I just wanted to mention this too, because I thought it could benefit a lot of you guys. I had my hair ombre like 2 months ago, and since I had bleached it twice, it was so damaged. My hair was getting long and healthy again, but once I did the ombre, it just messed it up. So I cut it. Once I dyed it the second time, I cut it, and it was short. It was probably like up to here. My hair looks crappy right now because it's wavy, but it's long, like it's past my boobs, and these vitamins really work. So this is the Hair, Skin, and Nails Gummies by Nature's Bounty. So for skin, I haven't noticed anything dramatic. I don't really break out on a regular basis. I don't get huge zits, just like little bumps. So I haven't really noticed a difference. So I can't say anything about face, but I've been taking these for like 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. I'm wearing stick-ons, but my nails have been growing a lot. I'm one of those that bites their nails all the time, and so this has been helping them grow. But I got it at Walgreens. They're $8, but it's buy one get one free. So you're basically paying $4 for each. So they're biotin vitamins. So it has antioxidants, vitamin C and E. I really like these. I do recommend them. Like I said, my hair has grown so much, and I'll even post a picture. Even now that I dyed it back to black, my hair's still kind of damaged, but it's still growing.